Guys, I think you have never seen anything quite like this. Hold my beer, this setup will surprise you. I think I have created one of the best hybrid setups out there in year 5 in Division 2. It's easily top tier build for legendary easy clears. And the reason is quite simple, we have 6 freaking skill tiers, 1.5 million armor, 2 offensive core attributes, and by using actually capacitor you will gain additional 45% extra weapon damage and 60% skill damage. So, as cherry top of the cake, here we will receive as well 3% armor regen from memento backpack trophies, which will increase our skill efficiency, and bonus armor will allow us to face tank enemies. Our skills will deal some nasty damage and you're gonna pulse enemies non-stop to receive actually amplified weapon damage from your spotter with capacitor exotic assault rifle, because you can't use linked laser pointer attachment on this assault rifle, and by using pulse, which has the smallest cooldown in the game, we reach the cap, actually 8-second cap. You are pulsing enemies non-stop because duration is 16 seconds. Also, of course, legendary enemies has high resistance against any effect in the game, but you will basically pulse them non-stop, and you're gonna see that all the time you are dealing amplified weapon damage, and spotter actually will amplify your skill damage. So by using scanner, your skills are dealing instantly to all pulsed enemies. I mean, your skills will deal more damage instantly to all pulsed enemies. Absolutely ridiculous synergy if you ask me. I really love this build, and I think you should at least try it. Unfortunately, as a bad side of this setup, you need a lot of named pieces and actually decent gear in order to do some crazy shit like this, but I will explain everything in a second. Before we continue, quick word from today's sponsor, Diving.net. If you don't have enough time or good image but you still want to have all the best items in your game, then Diving.net is set for you. They have absolutely amazing team on consoles, they will complete your order super quick. Everything happens through account sharing. This service has been working for many years. They have tons of customer reviews. You can check everything by yourself, but now with my promo code EverybodyDip, you will have 15% discount on absolutely all services. It's amazing deal, so hey, maybe check these guys out. But now let's get back to this setup. Like I said, we have top tier synergies. Look at this. Boom, pulse baby. We pulsed every enemy on the battlefield, and now our skills, AK assault turret, will deal more damage to pulsed enemies as well, but mainly why we are using scanner pulse to gain that extra amplified damage on our capacitor. And I think this is the only setup where you can actually efficiently use pulse, AK spotter talent, and gain that damage buff without sacrificing actually anything, because second skill could be your striker drone, which will die basically in couple seconds on legendary difficulty. You could use artificial hive for lazy runs, and maybe decoy, but decoy will be destroyed as well pretty goddamn quick. For specialization here, we will use technician specialization. We will gain linked laser pointer attachment, which will be applied on our king breaker, named assault rifle with perfect flatline talent. Again, it works really well in this setup. Simply aim at enemy, boom, your flatline and spotter is activated with your linked laser point attachment. Now you have amplified weapon damage from flatline and spotter, and also skill damage. It hits extra hard, one of the hardest hitting assault rifles in the game. Capacitor, from other hand, as well hits extremely hard, but it will give you 60% skill damage with full stacks, and of course 7.5% extra weapon damage for each skill tier. And technician specialization will give us that extra skill tier. Disrupt grenades, those are really handy to stop healing stations, dogs, all that shenanigans. For the pistol though, I would recommend you to use named pistol TDI, which will provide you with extra skill tier that will force our setup to 6 skill tiers, and by using future perfection you can actually gain overcharge. But On pistol slot you have 3 talents to use: preservation for more survivability, for armor and kill because it can be procced with your skill kills. In sync, if you will be short on ammo, you can gain weapon and skill damage, or future perfection for overcharge reasons. How I would recommend you to do this cycle: I would recommend you to proc overcharge, then switch to preservation or in sync. When the cooldown is over for overcharge or future perfection talent, again use pistol with that talent. Kill non-elite enemy, boom, overcharge skills. As you see, my pulse has 8-second cooldown, and that's a cap, man. You can't go actually lower than that, and that's all thanks to my Gilagard named mask. This mask gave us 100% scanner pulse skill haste. I mean, it's like cheat code, and actually it's really nice in PvP. You can pulse enemies non-stop, but mainly here I saw the issue which I had previously, that I couldn't really use spotter talent with capacitor. Yes, we have obliterate, yes, we have glass cannon, we have spark, we have overwatch, but still spotter is one of the best talents in PvP and PvE, and now we have this amplified weapon damage on our capacitor, and that's pretty goddamn spectacular. Yes, you could use perfect spotter. Perfect spotter would give us a little bit more armor and a little bit more skill damage, but if you will use Fenris, you will have a little bit more weapon damage with assault rifles. So choose which fits your playstyle a little bit more. For the holster, I'm using Arcabuz holster, Karlson named holster, which will give us 15% extra weapon damage. Backpack, Memento backpack, one of the best backpacks in the game, and especially one of the best exotics for legendary runs period. 3% armor regen with full stack, skill efficiency, bonus armor with trophies, really dope, but that armor regen sometimes can be really clutch. For the gloves though, whew, man, we have a lot to cover here. I'm using Wyvern. Wyvern will boost our skill damage. Unfortunately, I have really good rolls. Crit damage and crit chance everywhere, and as knee pads, I'm using Arcabuz knee pads to proc that 2-piece brand set bonus extra skill tier. And as you see, I have 1.5 freaking million armor. Yes, you could reroll some armor core attributes for extra weapon damage again to fit your playstyle more. It's super flexible setup. Like I said, you can gain more weapon damage. Skill tiers I would not recommend to roll here because we are at the cap. 6 skill tiers is the maximum, especially with the pistol. I would recommend maybe to reroll here and there core attributes for weapon damage if you love more DPS. I love tanky setups and run around without shield, so this is perfect fit for me. Butcher drops the mic, stay safe, love you all, see you in the next one!